Chapter 52. A man ought not to consider himself worthy of consolation, but rather deserving of chastisement. Lord, I am not worthy of your consolation or of any spiritual visitation. Therefore you treat me justly when you leave me poor and desolate. For though I could shed a sea of tears, yet I should not be worthy of your consolation. Hence I deserve only to be scourged and punished, because I've offended you often and grievously, and have sinned greatly in many things. In all justice, therefore, I am not worthy of any consolation. But you, O gracious and merciful God, who do not will that your work should perish, deign to console your servant beyond all his merit and above human measure, to show the riches of your goodness toward the vessels of mercy. For your consolations are not like the words of men. What have I done, Lord, that you should confer on me any heavenly comfort? I remember that I have done nothing good, but that I have always been prone to sin and slow to amend. That is true, I cannot deny it. If I said otherwise, you would stand against me, and there would be no one to defend me. What have I deserved for my sins except hell and everlasting fire? In truth, I confess that I am deserving of all scorn and contempt. Neither is it fitting that I should be remembered among your devoted servants. And although it is hard for me to hear this, yet for truth's sake I will allege my sins against myself, so that I may more easily deserve to beg your mercy. What shall I say, guilty as I am and full of all confusion? My tongue can say nothing but this alone: I have sinned, O Lord, I have sinned. Have mercy on me and pardon me. Suffer me a little that I may pour out my grief before I go to that dark land that is covered with the shadow of death. What do you especially demand of a guilty and wretched sinner, except that he be contrite and humble himself for his sins? In true sorrow and humility of heart, hope of forgiveness is born, the troubled conscience is reconciled, grace is found, man is preserved from the wrath to come, and God and the penitent meet with a holy kiss. To you, O Lord, humble sorrow for sins is an acceptable sacrifice, a sacrifice far sweeter than the perfume of incense. This is also the pleasing ointment which you would have poured upon your sacred feet, for a contrite and humble heart you have never despised. Here is a place of refuge from the force of the enemy's anger. Here is amended and washed away whatever defilement has been contracted elsewhere.